Hello, Jeff Foster, Web Biz Ideas. This tutorial is on business address consistency checking for local businesses. Now, in short, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be checking your business listings online to make sure that they're consistent, right? The business name, the business address, and the business phone number is consistent, right? You want it the same on Google, on Yahoo, Merchant Circle, and anywhere else that your business is listed. So in the tutorial before this, remember what we did is we found your local businesses online. You said, hey, I want to engage in a local SEO campaign. What's my first step? Well, your first step, right, was to find your local business listings online. We entered them into this local business listing template, which you can download below. And now you have, okay, I'm listed in these 50 places online. So this tutorial now is to find out, now that you're listed here, we'll go to these URLs and find out if the information's consistent, right? Your name, address, phone number. Because if they're not consistent, Google can't tell if it's you. Different people have different company names. So you want to make sure that Google is identifying that this is you. Now let me give you, for instance here, we have a company here, their Mykonos Pandora Jewelry is their business name. Okay, that's consistent in the 3 listings that we have open. Right? They're located 493 Glen Eagles Square. That's consistent. But what's different is the phone number, right? This is a local number. This is a local number, the same number. But here, there's the 800 number. And not that the 800 number is wrong, and not that it doesn't go to their business, but we want consistency. And especially if you try to rank your business local, Google wants a local phone number. So this would be an area where you say, hey, I want to change my phone number to the local phone number so Google can find my business as well as I can get the most value of having a local phone number. And so that's really all this tutorial is. It's going through the places that you've already found your business online and checking to see if it's consistent. That's why we highly recommend that you have a local business information template of your company name, your address, your phone number, all that information done, which you can download below, and that way you can say, okay, is this listing consistent with what my template is, with what I'm submitting everywhere? If it's not, you need to change it. And that's why all these things are color coded in here. What we like to do is right when it's finished, put it in green. If you need to double check it, in yellow, and so forth. And that way you can come in here and say, these are the listings I need to change, or these are not. And so that's basically all there is here. But this is extremely important because you can submit your business to 500 places, but if it's not consistent, well, you're not going to get any value from it. So that's really the basics of this tutorial, but let me give you a few tips that's also going to make your life a little easier. Number one, when you find listings, for example, like Merchant Circle, and say, I have to change my phone number, if you have just a few listings to change, well, go ahead, right? Use your business listing template, you have your username, your password, and make the change. But if you have like 100 listings to do in a day, that can get overwhelming, and it's not efficient to find them, to check, to change. So what we suggest is kind of create maybe a master list of saying, okay, these are all the places that I need to change, and then maybe make a note of it. So when you find it, you say, okay, you're going to copy this, you're going to put it here, and say, I have to change this URL, change the phone number. At the same time, you can have someone else do it as well, and it's going to save you time. So tip number one is just to create a document with all the places that you need changed, and then make all the changes at once. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Number two is when you're doing this, you're going to have to check Google Places. And at first it seems easy, right? Oh, well, this is my Google Places page, right? Done. It's consistent. It's the same as my local business listing template. But what you need to do is actually check to see if you have any duplicate listings. For example, if your company was Plumbing Masters in Phoenix, Arizona, you can see that this is their business listing. It has 8 reviews, but there's also a couple extra ones, right? Same address, and then there's a different phone number here. This is the same company, same address, different phone number, same website. And so there's there's duplicate listings here, and this can be a problem, especially when you start having duplicate listings like this and people get confused and they say, well, where am I supposed to review the business? There's 7 here, 40 there, there's different company names, it's the same location, are you the same company, right? From a user standpoint, that gets confusing, and Google doesn't like this, and so in fact you can get penalized for having multiple ones. So in the same part that you're checking consistency among the addresses, you want to check consistency, make sure you don't have duplicate Google business listings. And when you find the duplicate business listings, this is what you need to do. So this is tip number 2, is if you find one is to check Google Places to see if you have any duplicate listings. But if you do, do a quick search for Google Places duplicate business listings, and there's instructions for you on how to fix that. Now, in short, the instruction says if you find a duplicate business listing, go to the page, go to the bottom, click report a problem, say place has another listing, and then type in your message, say, hey, I found a duplicate listing, here's my main URL. In theory, Google should fix it, right? But sometimes they don't. Sometimes it takes 30 days, 60 days, and sometimes they just don't change it. So if that's the case, here's a tip. What you can do, notice that this business is not claimed, right? Their main listing, this is owner verified, right? They've verified their listing that it's theirs already, but these they have not. So what you could do is actually claim the listing. So claim all your duplicate listings, get another postcard sent to you, claim it, and then what you're going to do is they're all 3 are going to eventually be in your Google Places page. So for example, if we had double listings for WebBiz Ideas, or 3 listings, we would claim them, all 3 would show up in our account, and then what you do is you remove all the information except the required, right? The required is all the things starred in red. So you remove your photos, your videos, your hours of operation, and what Google's going to do is they're going to say, hey, you have 3 listings, they're all the same, I'm going to change them, I'm going to merge them all together. And then once they do that, then you can delete all the duplicate ones and you're left with just 1. And we find that's a faster way to do it, and at the same time, if Google doesn't fix it, that's another way that you can fix it yourself. So that's just another tip when you're going through and checking to see if you have consistency among name, address, phone number, and you run across Google and you say, whoa, not only are my listings not consistent, but I have 3. That's a way to fix it. And then my final tip is check your who is information, right? Where your domain registration is. When you register a domain name, right, you put out where this company is listed, who owns this domain name, the address. Now, to be honest, I don't know if this has any effect on search engine rankings, but I like covering all basics. So at the same time, if Google says that your business is located in the same part, right, as or same information as in your local business information, your same address as your Google, Yahoo, and Merchant Circle, if the who is information is in the same location, that could have an effect as well. So that's just another tip to try to, hey, cover all your basics. If you're ranking number 2 and you want to rank number 1, make sure you make all changes possible so Google recognizes that, hey, this is your company, this is your address, your name, your phone number is listed everywhere. And that's how you do the local business consistency checking. Again, very easy. Again, a very quick summary is you go to your local business listing information template, you go to all these websites that you found your business online, you check to see if your company name, address, and phone number is consistent, and if it's not, you make the changes. And then if you do that, you're going to start out your SEO campaign for your local business on the right foot. This way, you're going to have every listing already online modified, and it's going to be consistent, and Google's not going to have problems. You're not going to run into problems in the future. You're not going to have duplicate listings, and you'll have better success by taking the extra time to do this.